All right, next time to visit with the captain again of the Arizona State Sun Devils after their first series win of the year. It's a win and a tie. I know you guys wanted a couple of wins, but tell me a little bit about the weekend and the way it played out.
We're pretty happy overall with our effort this weekend. That first game, anytime you get 2 points against any opponent, it's pretty good for the program, I think. And wins have been kind of hard to come by early on in the season for us, so that was nice that we could hold on to that one. And then especially given some of the penalty trouble we got into this weekend, kind of both games we had some opportunities where a couple key 5-minute power plays could have sunk the ship. But I thought that the PK was really good this weekend and kind of held our head above water. Especially you can't say enough about Joey Decor, the way he's been playing the last month or so. So he's obviously been our best penalty killer too. And then the second night, they got it was 1-1, and then they got a couple quick goals there, but we showed a lot of resilience, getting 2 quick ones back shortly after that to tie it up. And we were pressing pretty hard there in the third period, but couldn't come up with one. But at the end of the game, we thought another minute or so, and we probably would have had one there because we had that penalty at the end, or that power play at the end of the overtime there. But overall, we're pretty happy with our effort.
So we're getting close to the midway point in the season, and what are you seeing as a captain from this team? From what I saw just on video and stuff, that you guys look like you're not only having a lot of fun, but you're playing with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, it's kind of been a similar road as last year, where we're kind of finding our identity earlier on in the year there, and you're starting to kind of see certain aspects of our game come through, and we're kind of trying to play a different style of game earlier this year that kind of we weren't really wanting to play, trying to outskill teams, and we know that we don't really stack up that well as far as skill goes, but we're a big, strong, hardworking team. So that's kind of what our identity needs to be. And these past couple of weekends, we've definitely shown it at times, and we're basically just kind of working towards getting that effort every night for 60 minutes. But I think definitely this last weekend was a step in the right direction.
So when you look at the program as the leader of this team, do you think you're on the right path right now?
I think so. It's a pretty easy to get discouraged, with kind of the start we had, and at times when you look at your record, it's definitely not where you want it to be. But at this point, we're kind of trying not to get results focused, and we're just kind of trying to focus on what we can control, and we know that, like I said earlier here, that our work ethic is one thing that kind of is going to have to be there every single night for us to get a chance to beat teams. And as just watching how our team's kind of progressing, I think we're definitely starting to bring that and kind of getting that from everybody so far. So, I feel like we are heading in the right direction here.
So a big week for Sun Devil Athletics. The basketball team gets a sweep, and I guess we call it a sweep. It's an invitational win up in Vegas. Football team beats U of A in the Territorial Cup. What was it going through you guys' heads? Because both of the things were happening about the same time that you were about ready to knock off your first series win too. Were you guys thinking about that, or were you aware of it?
Obviously we were aware that the Territorial Cup was going on there, and kind of getting updates from the athletic trainers because the times kind of coincided with the start of our game there. But kind of shortly before the beginning of the game, we kind of found out that we're probably going to win the Territorial Cup, so that was obviously pretty cool. And then the basketball team, I knew kind of how their season was going, and then all of a sudden you're kind of following them on social media, and then it's like, okay, they're 4-0, and then and then they beat off 2 quality opponents at the Vegas tournament, and all of a sudden it's like, holy smokes, like they're one of the top 20 teams in the country. So good for both of those teams. It's really put the spotlight on ASU here recently for all the right reasons, and it's we love to see the other programs succeed.
Awesome, Dylan. I appreciate your time, and have a good week of rest and relaxation and a little practice, and get ready for Princeton, okay?
Yeah, thanks a lot, Scott.